Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Vannon and today I'm going to show you around an actual working, fully functional version of the Herbivore Island base that I showed you how to build not too long ago. So if I zoom out here on my snow owl, you will see it looks a little bit different to the way that I built it the other day. As here on Flinger's Foo Fighter server, we've actually got the superstructures mod, the building mod on here, which in my opinion massively improves certain elements of Ark's core building, things like stackable foundations and things like that. So it's not as many pillars required in order to achieve the goals that you're looking to achieve, and it makes life an awful lot simpler. It also has one or two down points as well, but I'm not going to go into any of that right now. At some point I will do a full breakdown of building mods like superstructures and things like that. But I thought it'd be quite cool to show some of you how a big, fully functional base, when you're basing alongside other people and things like that, and how it all kind of like works and how you can get everything done. So, without further ado, let's go and actually have a bit of a look around. So I get out of K mode, and we'll start over on this side here. Now, I'm going to turn this off, otherwise there's going to be 1,000,001 names popping up everywhere. So, I forgot I had you on follow. Let's get you to land. So, one of the things about basing with other people and not just playing in a solo fashion is you split a lot of the load of stuff. So when it comes to the breeding, the gathering, and all the other bits and pieces that are required in order to beat this wondrous game, you split a lot of the load. I'm really fortunate as I've got base mates from different places in the world, base mates who apparently don't need to do any of that sleep stuff. So our base almost never sleeps, which is a really cool thing. Logging in and finding tons of stuff done, and being able to do lots of cool stuff. Like logging in today and finding we now have a Quetzal. I didn't know that. Learned something new. So, we'll start over here. This is an area that has kind of evolved, as you'll tend to find with bases. When you've been using them for a little while, they'll begin to evolve from your original idea. One of the main reasons why I don't actually put down things like you're going to need so many foundations or this many pillars or anything like that, because everyone will have their own individual way of kind of evolving a base to the way you need to do it. You may find that you end up tearing something down because you don't end up needing that. And you can use that space for something completely different, and things like that. So this area here evolved in order for us to have the teleporter. Now in the vanilla game, the teleporter is a big round circular disc thing. In superstructures, it's literally this thing here, which I actually quite like, to be honest. Stego? Seriously? Dude. Not cool. Also, as well as with the superstructures and stuff, I'm not 100% certain whether you can do it with the vanilla transmitter. Put comments in the comment section below if it is a thing. But certainly with superstructures, our transmitter there, we can use that to actually do boss fights. So here on the island, we can go off and go and fight the Brood Mother and never actually have to go off to any of the obelisks. We can do it all straight from the base. I can't remember whether you can do that with vanilla ones. Viewers, please put comments in the comment section below saying whether you can or whether you can't. I can't remember. But what it will mean is that if we want to do that, we can take that out from there, stick it here, and then have dinos all around here. We can have our own little dino off plat stego. Seriously, you're really doing my head in there. Anyway, moving on. So we had a taming raft, which has kind of, once we ended up getting argents and stuff like that, so we had the taming raft for the ability to kind of like go to the mainland and go and tame up bits and pieces. Once we then got argents, we kind of just parked this up, to be honest, and it now lives here. So if there's something that we seem to find or something like that, we can then just carry it over with the argent, dump it in here, knock it out, and move on. So that's that bit. I came up with a crazy idea because Flinger was really kind to give us these this amazing cluster where it's all of the story mode maps. The transferring is open from day one, so we can go from one map to the other and just play it however we want to, sort of mirroring his Season 5 solo in the Ark. So it's really cool, and it gives us the option to do some really cool, amazing, crazy things. And I was inspired by one of the guys I've played with for quite some time, and that was to do the Desert Titan with RGs. So I bred up a bunch of RGs, and we went up against the Desert Titan. Other people were riding Wyverns, but I want to say that my RGs were amazing. I'm saying that, whether that's true or not, but I believe it. These ones are actually weight RGs, I believe. I think that's what I had these ones for. Yeah, piled everything into weight. It's like almost 3,000 weight. And that's purely and simply going up to the mountains, collecting a bunch of metal, and using these guys to ferry it back. And I think this is our metal dude. 785 melee damage. Don't really worry about the weight because you just use your whip to whip him about, or use your argent to carry him about. And he just able to carry insane amounts of metal. We are using magma saws as well. We're using a combination of magma saws and this dude here. As this dude here is a lot easier to just nip off and go and grab a bunch of metal. Magma saw takes a little bit more planning and preparation and other bits and pieces. We've got our Gachas here. We've got our Dodicaruses. In here we have our crops and everything. A little different to the very elaborate one that I made in the other build video. The other one was really elaborate, and this one is a little bit more just functional. And that is kind of very much a decision. You know, when I do my videos, I tend to sort of like maybe show off a little bit. When I'm playing the game, I like things to look good, but it's very, very functional. And sometimes some of the design elements I'll put in aren't as functional, or I need to get things done much quicker than what I do when I just kind of like spawn stuff in for a video purpose. So here is the main crafting area. Now you notice it's void of a staircase. There was a staircase in to begin with, but Superstructures gives us the ability for these tech elevators, which I shall show you in just a second, the use of. So there was a staircase, but we removed the staircase because obviously you take the staircase out and you've got a little bit more space. So in here we've got some vaults. With Superstructures you've got the ability to actually, when you've named a vault, you can then actually get it so that it shows you what it was that you've named it, which I think is a really cool idea. And wildcard, if you happen to be watching, which I very much doubt you are, could you please introduce this into the main game, because it is really cool. Please, thanks. if you could do that, that would be great. Over here, we've got things like the grinder, essential, things for blueprints, and we've got 2 chem benches. Sounds a little bit elaborate, but trust me, 2 to 3 chem benches when you've got a big group of you and stuff is really essential. We do have a fabricator. It's in this box over here. However, once you get to this level, once you get to the replicator, you don't really need any other crafting bench, as this can do pretty much all of it. I don't think there's anything it can't do. Over here, I've shown in previous videos that I like more than one smithy, and this was because one of my previous mates and a good buddy of mine, he opened my eyes to having more than one. Also as well, early on in the game, these things tend to get used as dumping grounds, even though it drives me absolutely insane, but I'm kind of thinking that's the reason why they become dumping grounds, because they think it's funny. If it didn't annoy me so much, I'd find it highly amusing as well. So there we go. Spawn beds in here, so that when we're travelling from one map to the other, rather than spawning all the way up the top there, you can spawn down here. Up to the next level. How cool is this? You press crouch to go down, and you press jump to go up. Are we sick yet? Okay, so next level, place for storing the birds. So RGs, this is where they tend to stay up here and do their breeding. Same with snow owls. We've got ugly shoulder pets, and we have cute, useful shoulder pets. Yep, you're ugly, you're cute and useful. Also, we've got this dedicated storage. Very, very cool. Do love this dedicated storage. Just being able to go down there, hit that big obelisky thing, and everything just shoots into here. Now, on the vanilla game, you don't get that obelisky thing. I wish that you did get the obelisky thing, because the obelisky thing is cool and amazing. And again, wildcard, please feel free, put that into the game. Yeah, so storage for berries and all sorts of other bits and pieces, meats and stuff. It acts as a refrigerator, and then you have all the other bits and pieces. Metal. You can tell we have magma saws because we have insane amounts of metal, and we have access to the blue zone in Aberration. If you've never tried it, trust me, blue zone, Aberration, magma saw, tons of metal. Up here, we do the individual places for people to be able to log out. Shocker, mine's all painted blue. I have a ugly thing there, and then fridge, cryo fridge, usual stuff, brews and soups and stuff, and then in here I have all sorts of other bits and pieces. So from there, this was original, the early part of the game. The generator, and with superstructures, you have the ability to hide all of the cabling and stuff like that, which is really cool, as I'm dreadful at cabling. Absolutely awful. I tend to try and hide it behind stuff so that I don't have to look at it, because I'm dreadful. Down underneath here we have the tech generator, and we also have the tech feeding trough down there as well. Loads of torches all over the place, gives you the ability to see what's going on. Oh, hello. Looks like we've borrowed a Thyla for something. I can see why. He looks very cool. Over here is, as you can see, with lots of fridges, cooker, 2 grills, You will always, on larger bases, also as well as if you get ovis and you're breeding your ovis and stuff like that, you are going to need more than one grill. Now, me being all designery and buildery and stuff, I had to go and do it like this. But most people you will actually find will just put like a bank of grills side by side, and that way you can just access all of them. I did it this way, like I said, buildery and such. Cook pot, kibble eggs, all the kibble eggs. You can see insane amounts of theory eggs because we're doing a lot of breeding with theories, so we have a lot of theories and therefore we get a lot of theory eggs. I'm a little bit OCD in terms of I have all the cooked meat, cooked basic meat, blah blah, all that kind of stuff. Cook pot in the corner to make up recipes, all sorts of different recipes in there. I think in here, yeah, so 5 theory eggs. We have quite a bit of theory eggs and stuff, so 5 theory eggs, and you can see there it gives you like 534 food, 500 health, and 384 stamina. So I mean, it's almost like a healing brew in itself, as well as you feel a bit full afterwards. So fridges for days, and all of the usual things you would expect. Over here, this wasn't my idea, this is actually one of my base mates' ideas of utilising this designery element that I'd done here, which had absolutely zero purpose other than the fact I thought it looked cool. And he filled it up with crop plots, and the plant species X is because you get a lot of pterodons over here and they just think it's cool to land wherever the hell they want, and it's just really annoying. In superstructures you get glass foundations. I put a glass foundation there because obviously I'm playing on a server with other people around here and exploring notes, and it's really just it's very uncool to hide things away which are for other people to use and stuff. So glass foundation for people to be able to come over and they don't need to spend hours and hours trudging around the base trying to find where it is. It's right there. From there, in here is a glorified large hatching area / kill pen. This is based off the design that I did in a previous video. That was a very small one, but this is a lot larger. You tend to find that we'll have dinos in here, and these are being used to kill the stuff that doesn't have the cool stats, and they get to level up and stuff. So it needs to be large enough for people to be able to use, and for different sized dinos. We'll very often, if we're about to go off and do a boss fight and we just need to plump in some extra levels and stuff, we'll kill off some of the gigas that didn't quite make the cut. So that is the kill pen area. Round here we've got some sheeps, got the thylers in the background there, and we've got the megatheriums. Here on this playthrough we are looking at seeing how viable it is to farm the broodmother. So we've been putting a lot of time, well, I say I did a lot of building and then didn't do very much with the megatheriums, but trying to get those megatheriums up, so see how viable it is to actually farm the broodmother alpha, because it's a lot easier to get her bits and pieces for that fight than it is, say, for the monkey. This is my little project here. I showed you one of them, but this is my Ankies, and you can see it comes with a base melee of 363, health at 6,000, blah blah blah. My little idea with this is to maybe, rather than using Spinos against Rockwell, I was thinking it might be cool to use these guys here. It may be a crazy idea, but that's the whole point of this playthrough, is to do all of the crazy shenanigans that we can. Rexes, because as much as I get frustrated with Rexes, they're still pretty much one of the best boss dinos you can possibly imagine, especially for things like the monkey fight. He has a lot of pushback. It's a lot harder to push these dudes back, even though they are big, stupid and cumbersome. But these guys seem to be predominantly blue. I approve. We'll run with those. Over here we have the Theres. These Theres I love. They're brilliant. They're absolutely amazing. They're probably one of the best gathering dinos there is, as long as you can clear out their inventory pretty quickly, because they don't actually have any weight reduction on anything, which is a shame. But these things are monsters when it comes to gathering stuff. Also as well is, if you tame enough of them and manage to look out and get some really good stats, these things are absolute beasts. Get yourself a good saddle on these things and you really can go for it. I don't know whether we still have the challenge down here. Yes, we do. So, Spartan, one of my other base mates, this was something that Rocket, 15,500 HP and 720 damage. That's what Rocket managed to get on his Theres on the last story mode cluster, on the Genesis map. 15,000 HP and 720 damage. Just let that sink in. That's nuts. So Spartan has set himself a challenge that these dudes here will be better than those stats down there. Dude? No. Just no. So yeah, good luck with that, Spartan. I will enjoy the fruits of your labour. Down here we're doing X Allos, we've got some Velos, more gotchas, crazy snow puppies, baryonyx, and of course gigas. You have to have gigas. It's just a thing. Gigas are a thing. They're amazing for leveling stuff up because they give you insane amounts of XP when you kill them off. And when it comes to gathering meat, nothing better than a giga. And they're big and bitey. So heading over to Extinction, they're pretty essential. When you want to go and do boss fights over in Extinction, when you want to go and do drops and stuff like that. And also Genesis as well. You will want to use gigas for some of the stuff there as well. Something that I never covered in my build video of where I built in this area, and really I was quite shocked that I didn't think of doing this. Fortunately, one of my base mates gave me the idea, which was this thing here. The ocean platforms from Genesis. The metal one turned out to be way too big, like way too big. I guess if you kind of like placed the metal ocean platform first, you could maybe sort of like build round it in a way. But we went with this one, just stuck some ceilings in the middle here, and lined it up with the edge here and this edge here, and it's proved to be really, really useful, like really useful. Somewhere we can stick the gigas, keep them out of the way. Well, that didn't work out quite as I planned, did it? So, that is the base, fully functional, fully operational, with extended bits here, there and everywhere. So all of those walkways on the last one you can extend out, depending on things like structure limits and stuff. But yeah, things just spread out. And like I said at the beginning, you'll figure out what you need to alter, what you need to change, all based around what your needs are and stuff at the time. If you have the ability to use something like superstructures and you built the other one, give it a go with superstructures and see what you think. If you play on console, I'm really sorry. I started off playing this game on Xbox, and I moved over to PC because I saw what mods were capable of doing, and I think it's a real crying shame that that there's no mods. There's no mod support for consoles. Think that should be looked at. I think it should be changed. You guys deserve to be able to play along with the cool stuff as well. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the base and seeing the differences that have been made based on necessity and stuff like that. Also, as well as I hope you enjoyed the little differences that there are between the very small interaction, the very small bits that I've shown you, the difference of vanilla and superstructures. Like I said, I will do a video showing just how superstructures works and things like that in the future. But right now, I shall leave this video where it is. I just highlight the dodgy moustache that Flinger gave me not so long ago. Revenge, my friend, will be sweet. It is coming to you. Maybe a blue moustache for you, my friend. I'm not too sure. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to write comments in the comments section. As I mentioned earlier on about the transmitter, I can't remember. I'm sure one of you guys can tell us whether the vanilla version you can do boss fights from. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will catch you on the next one.